Hello gentlemen, today I'm going to break down the top 5 gadget plays in Madden 25. These are all good at finishing off drives or just confusing your opponent because they probably don't have labbed up defense for these plays. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the first gadget play that I'm going to go over is going to be motion double pass out of Gun Bunch Strong Nasty. So this is found in the Panthers playbook and the Bucks playbook, and this is actually a play that I saw Gutfox mention, so shout out to Gutfox. And it is pretty nasty. There's a little caveat to it to actually make this work properly, but I'm going to show you that this is going to be wide open. And the cool thing is you have two other plays that kind of complement it with the exact same cheat motion. So if you look at motion halfback angle and motion halfback seam, you can definitely scheme around this, and then this formation in general is just good. So let's go ahead and talk about motion double pass. So when you come out in this play, you can run it bunch to short side or to wide side. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is the defense that your opponent is in. So if he's in a regular zone like cover 2, cover 3, he is going to get bombed because RB is going to get right behind him, just like this. And that's going to happen against cover 3 too. Now I do want to mention that I'm kind of cheating because I'm using Felipe Franks as the guy who's passing. And I'm going to show you why that matters. I'll actually do that right now. But you can see that he gets the ball there pretty easily. So let's go ahead and go back to the formation screen. We'll actually look at the depth chart real quick, just to show you what I'm talking about. So if we go to our wide receivers and then we go all the way to throw power, you're going to see that most of the guys have like 50 or under. The guy who's in there by default is Gadget. He's got 48. And then Felipe Franks has 90. So there's a massive difference. If you don't have somebody on your roster with at least 70 throw power that you can put in, I wouldn't run this play because you're just not going to get the ball there. So go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. We'll do it against cover 3 this time. So we're going to get the same window, but Gadget just can't really get it there. I mean, he does here, but just trust me, it's a really scary throw. It hangs in the air forever. And sometimes he's just not going to get enough on it. He does there, but it's just bad. So I would recommend at least 70 throw power if you want to run this play. And just in case you guys were wondering what stops this play, just come out in man coverage. They're actually going to play it properly. See how they don't get dumbed out. So that's kind of the way to stop it. It's not like a unstoppable one-play touchdown against any coverage. So you don't have to worry about that. But I just wanted to show you that you can easily stop it with man coverage. And just to clarify, you can still come out in zone coverage. Just make sure you have somebody manned up to RB. Next, we're going to talk about a couple of my favorite run plays found in the Saints playbook. We have quarterback power and quarterback blast found in Gun Heavy Saints. Now, this is also available in the Ravens playbook. It's just called Gun Heavy Raven, but it has the same 3 plays. And I think quarterback blast is really good in the red zone, and quarterback power, you can use it anywhere and it's just going to pop off. So let's talk about quarterback blast first, but one thing I want to mention is anytime you come out in Gun Heavy Saint, I recommend going to your coaching adjustments and then turning your ball carrier to conservative, because anytime your quarterback gets hit, he's way less likely to fumble when he's on conservative, especially with what we're about to do out of quarterback blast. So again, this is a really good goal line play. Anytime you're down towards the goal line, this is something that I love to do because it's effectively the best quarterback sneak in the game. So what you're going to do is hold X as soon as you get down towards the goal line, and you're going to dive. Sometimes you'll get a dolphin dive animation. Sometimes you'll just get the regular dive. It kind of depends on thresholds. I think you need like over 90 jumping. But either way, it's going to be good because your guy's not going to fumble when he's in this dive animation as long as you're on conservative. So there's the dolphin dive animation, and it's just really, really hard to stop. I mean, you have to shoot it in the backfield. Sometimes he'll get stopped a little bit short, but if you just do it multiple times in a row, you're probably going to score. So as you can see, he hasn't fumbled yet. Josh Allen's pretty insane at doing this. Sometimes you can just run it in if you want, but there's really no harm in diving because, again, you're probably not going to fumble. So as you can see, quarterback blast is a sick play. It's great for finishing off your drives, and we're about to talk about quarterback power. But one thing I want to mention is that this is found out of my new Saints offense that just dropped on acemadden.com. So all of the clips that you're watching right now are from the Saints offense. And as you can see, it's super high powered. And we always finish off our drives because we just have a ton of gimmick plays to rely on that people have no answers for. So if you're looking to run an off-meta scheme that nobody knows how to stop, make sure to go check it out on acemadden.com, and you can use code SAINT for 25% off on your monthly membership. Okay, now let's talk about quarterback power. So just a reminder, you do want to be on conservative. You do not want to be on default taking hits with your quarterback. You will fumble, I promise. So let's call this, and we'll just run this in the open field. Sometimes I run this to get on a hash, and then sometimes I just run it just because it's fun. And one thing I want to say about this is sometimes you get really good blocking, sometimes you get really bad blocking. It just kind of depends. But I've hit many one-play touchdowns on this play. I'll even show you clips just so you guys can see that I'm not bullshitting. But in practice mode, like, they're just completely destroying this run right now. But one thing I want to mention about this run is that you can flip it. So you can do right stick to the left, and that's going to flip it. For some reason, it didn't there. Hold on. I think it's because I showed my play art. So let's go ahead and flip it with right stick to the left. There we go. So as you can see, you can run it to both sides, which is nice. So depending on whatever formation they're in, if they're kind of weak to one side, you can do that. But sometimes you're going to bounce around, you're going to squeeze through, you're going to get a one-play touchdown. So you're not seeing it be like an insane play right now. But like right here, we finally hit the edge. Maybe truck him with Josh Allen. But overall, it's just a fun play to use. So it's like right there, we almost broke free. So I have one more play out of the Saints playbook that I want to show you, which is jet pass fake zone out of gun doubles flex Y off close. You can find this in the 49ers playbook as well. And the cool thing about this play is that there's no auto motion. It's basically a jet touch pass without the auto motion. So you're going to see down towards the goal line, this is a very good play. That was just really bad stick by me. I tried diving in. Sometimes I like to get away with just dolphin diving all the time like that. But it's very easy to hit the edge. And there's, like I said, no auto motion. Right there, we actually got blown up. I'd say that's really rare. Sometimes you'll try to hit the edge and they'll catch you. But for the most part, it's a great play to use down here. And here's a clip of me using it in a game so you can see that it does work. Sometimes you're just going to have to dive for it. The next play is one that many people know about, which is RPO read Y flat out of gun Y off trips nasty. So here's all the playbooks that have it. I'm currently in the Chiefs playbook. But one thing I want to mention is that you can use the regular gun Y off trips formation. Here's all the playbooks that have RPO read Y flat in those. So RPO read Y flat is a very effective play because it is an RPO and a read option combined. So as you can see above Travis Kelce, there is a read key, which means no matter what he's in, he could be in a hard flat, he could be manned up to Travis Kelce, it doesn't matter. He's going to play his read key, which means Travis Kelce is going to be wide open constantly. So a lot of people don't know that, and that's why this play is kind of overpowered. It's very, very difficult to stop it. He gets out to the flats very quickly. In this case, this guy didn't even get picked up, and he just got out leveraged because the route is just that fast. So you see how he avoids the blocker, the slot receiver. He kind of plays him, but Travis Kelce is too fast for him. We still get 10 yards. So somebody kind of needs to know what they're doing on defense to take this away. They're going to have an actual adjustment that makes sense. Sometimes they'll have to user it. Sometimes they'll have to switch stick. But this is a great play to use in the open field. It's good to use down towards the goal line. And a lot of people just have no idea how to stop it, even, 3 or 4 months into the year. So this is one you should definitely add to your custom playbook if you haven't already. A lot of people will have no idea how to stop it. And lastly, we have motion halfback swing out of gun Y off trips weak. But I do want to mention that there's a ton of different motion halfback swings in the game. You don't have to use this formation. I just think this one's really good. And you can find it in the Chiefs playbook as well. Here's the other playbooks that have this play. So motion halfback swing has been around for a while and it's pretty self-explanatory. But basically just snap the ball and then throw it to your running back. Hopefully you get a good rack animation. It's very dependent on that. But it's another good play down towards the goal line. You can use it in the open field as well. A lot of people just have no idea how to defend it in the open field, so you can sometimes get big gains like this. And honestly, there's no real downside to using it because you can always click your right stick in. So if you need to throw it into the dirt for whatever reason, you can always do that. So let's say you just don't like the look your opponent got over there with his user. Please just throw it into the dirt. Do not take a sack. Do not try to run around with your quarterback. Bad things will happen. I'll just run it a couple more times. That was just a bad block by our slot receiver. But it's very rare for this to get picked. Maybe against somebody who really knows what they're doing, like putting hard flats from their outside cornerback or whatever. But for the most part, great play. You should be using it. Check your playbook to see if you have one in one of your formations. Anyways, that's it for the top 5 gadget plays in Madden 25. Let me know in the comment section if there was a gadget play that I didn't include that you guys think should be in the top 5. I'm not like an ultimate expert on gadget plays. I think these 5 are really good, so that's why I included them. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Make sure to add those into your custom. Then if you guys want to check out my new offensive scheme, go check it out on acemadden.com, and you can use code SAINT for 25% off on your monthly membership. See you guys in the next one.